All right. We still have things here from Summer Game Fest that are trickling out. And one of those, a game that you guys are very excited for, SteamWorld Heist 2.
Love it.
Isla and Damiani both got to play. Tell us all about it.
It's so good.
Fuck yeah.
It feels, it feels much the same, but it's just so smooth and it looks so good.
Refined.
And it's very refined and expanded by far. It was a really interesting situation. Damiani and I did the demo together, which was really nice. And I've played every SteamWorld game. I haven't beaten Quest, but I think I've beaten all the rest. And Damiani you haven't played any really, right?
I played
What?
Dig 1 and 2.
Dig 1 and
That's
2.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he didn't play Heist 1.
Yeah, so I didn't even know
Right.
that this was I thought it was all real time at first.
He didn't know it was tactical.
Because, I didn't know it was I was like, oh.
So when we first started, he was like, it's tactical. Oh, and I was like, yeah. So there were 2 levels we could try. One was the tutorial and one was like a later on thing. So he did the tutorial and I did the later on one. I really liked it. I don't know what you thought, Damiani, but it's got a lot more depth than SteamWorld Heist 1. Whereas before it had kind of a Super Mario World style overworld map where you kind of just went next level. Now you have a submarine and you can go anywhere you want on the world map, and you can fight people on the world map with guns. Apparently, eventually you can unlock going underwater, and that unlocks different areas, and you can fight stuff down there, and it's like a whole other layer to the map, I guess. I don't know.
Crazy.
Yeah, and you can find shops and interesting things on the map, and it's how, of course, you go from level to level. Characters can level up this time, and they level up in a really cool way. They have different kind of tech trees, different level up trees, and sniper or did I write down any of the other examples?
It's a fair example.
Yeah, I mean sniper was one of them, and I think maybe grappler or melee might be one of them. But the cool thing is when you've unlocked certain skills from certain trees, you can then use those skills in other classes. So you can kind of build out a little bit. So in the level Damiani played, they just had base level.
Yeah.
They were just single things. You can see in the bottom right corner of the footage the skills they have, right? So it's you press right trigger and you can do the skills, and it's just shoot the gun, throw a grenade, do whatever. But then later on as the game goes on, and I don't know the cap of how many skills you can put in, and I don't know if that number changes. In the footage right here, they had 3, but later when we were playing, I had 5 or 6. But, the character who was a sniper before, had a couple of skills from the sniper tree and a bunch from the pistolier tree or whatever it was called. So if I activated a skill from the sniper tree, I got the full range aiming laser.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I could only use it a limited number of times, stuff like that. And I could see that being super cool, really, really mixing together interesting skills to make sort of your own custom classes. It seems like such a cool way to expand the game. Lots of cute names like Daisy Clutch and Captain Leeway. It's the Diesel bots versus the Steam bots. At one point, a big mech enemy came out. Diesel bots, they're polluting the water, blood. All the water's getting polluted, blood, and we need that water. We're Steam bots. It's got to be clean. At one point, a mech enemy came out, and the character said, "Holy macaroni."
Nice.
Which I really liked. Yeah, Damiani, what did you talk for a minute? What did you think, having this been your first experience?
Yeah, so I found it pretty simple to pick up.
Yeah.
I imagine it gets a little bit more complicated, but it seems like the pacing probably will be on point with that, because if that was the early thing was kind of like the tutorial, it's okay, that's a good pace, because I never felt overwhelmed by anything that I was that was being thrown at me. And yeah, I like it starts pretty simple with the sniper and getting used to lining up your shot with the laser sight, and I was this is gonna be a lot of the game. It's just
Yeah.
waiting for your laser to line up with something you need to hit and being patient.
He was like waiting for her breathing to like line up a shot, and I'm like, SteamWorld Heist, baby.
Yeah,
This
so
is it.
I was like, all right, I'll get used to it. And then like the other character had like no laser sight, so it's like you had to
Yeah.
like manually aim. And they had a grenade, and I used it like right away. Of course, it's like, wait, I have no more.
And then we realized we both were like, oh yeah, throw that grenade, and then we were like, oh, we only
I
had
probably
one.
should have held on. But like also like the you know when to reload when there's enemies on screen because you have to do it in a turn.
Sniper has to reload. Yeah.
And then like what kind of cover you can take and like the pathing you can see. And it felt, not playing some other strategy RPGs. I felt like this was definitely in my wheelhouse. So I felt very comfortable with
nice.
this. And yeah, and just seeing what was on the overall map in terms of that with the exploration and like even some like combat on there as well. I felt like, you know what? I mean, I don't know if this makes me want to go back and play SteamWorld Heist 1, but it definitely wants me.
It's a great game.
It
but
definitely. This definitely makes me want to play more after playing the demo for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And like Isla was pointing out when I asked the question, she showed me how you can send one character down one path and another one up another, and
Because there's
could be
hidden
good,
stuff,
could be bad,
there's
yeah.
loot, but like the just like in one, the longer you stay in a level, the more dangerous it gets. Because once you beat the boss or whatever, it's gonna keep. Enemies are just gonna keep going forever and ever and ever.
Limited respawn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
limited
it was.
respawn.
I thought you, yeah. I know.
Yeah, and you can shoot the hats off, collect the hats as
Love that.
usual.
Collect the hats.
You got
Um,
to. You got to.
Yeah,
That's the main game.
yeah,
That's the primary objective.
yeah. Get all the hats.
Yeah. Everything else is secondary.
Some of the abilities that we saw were really cool. One guy had a really neat one that, and again, you could only use it 2 or 3 times, but like, you turned it was called like hidden explosives or something.
Yeah.
You turned any piece of cover into an exploding
Fantastic.
explosive. So like, and it had a pretty good AOE. So there was one part in the level where we saw 3 guys near one piece of cover, and I'm like, well, okay, I'm gonna try this thing. And I didn't expect it to like take out all 3, but it blew up all 3 of them.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay, that was sick. But you can only use it a couple of times. Yeah, man, I'm so excited
wait.
about SteamWorld Heist 2.
Definitely one of the most pleasant announcements.
Oh
that
my
I
God,
made
yeah.
This weekend.
I'm so excited for just like the kind of the expanded, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They show some of the underwater traversal there. That's pretty cool.
I remember the one thing I was missing from the first game was that character progression.
Character progression, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's huge in this.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I guess progressing through the story, you like unlock and fix parts of your submarine so you get more functionality to your
Yeah.
submarine. Like at first it can't attack, at first it can't go underwater, at first it can't do this and that and the other thing. And then as you go, that's kind of how you unlock new stuff. I don't know if that extends into like, and obviously a big part of the story is getting new crewmates, new people on your team
so
and that
fun
kind of stuff.
too.
And that's really, really fun too. And they come with different skills and different abilities. I don't know if that extends to like decorating and expanding your submarine like manually yourself, or if it's just the story gating. But like either way, it's so cool. And yeah, the sense of just being able to explore and like find different areas. I don't know. It's really special. And like, we're big Image and Form fans. Like we're big SteamWorld fans here. Like for me, the only one that didn't really hit was Quest, and all the
Right.
rest of them are like super good.
Two
So
is a 10.
SteamWorld Dig 2 is like
I love
god
that
tier
game.
video game, and Heist is really, really incredible too. And so this one is taking a dang near perfect game, and I think just really, really highlighting what made it strong and just adding to it in a really good way. It's gonna be so good.
Cannot wait.
I cannot, and it's like coming out soon. It's like what?
Yes.
August 8th. they
August.
said in this.
August.
So
Jeez
soon.
Louise. Yeah, heck yeah. So excited.
Sick. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That was from back at Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
We shot this after being on the
16
floor.
days ago.
So thank you for watching. And if you like everything that we're doing, check out more of those previews, see what you might have missed. And also go over to patreon.com/easyallies and consider dropping in a few dollars. Check out the rewards there, and we will see you soon.